Hello, this is Aaron with FirstUAV. I'm here today to try out my new DJI Phantom for a first impression and first flight review. As you might have noticed, there's going to be a bit of a theme on this channel. Over the next several months, I'm going to be building up a portfolio of film that proves that I have the skills necessary to expertly pilot these UAV aircraft, so that someday I can go on and hopefully use that in a career sense. My hope is that within a couple of years, the predominant method of spraying crops in the United States will be utilizing these small autonomous aerial vehicles for several reasons. One, they're a lot safer. Number two, you can fly a lot closer to the crops, so you can use a lot less pesticides, which is good for the environment. So it's cheaper, it's more environmentally friendly, and it's more effective. So I'm hoping that this represents the future of crop spraying and crop analysis. So today I'm going to be flying this craft for the first time. Now I must say this is not the first time I've flown a DJI Phantom, because I got one a few weeks ago that had a couple of technical problems. I had to send it back, and thanks to the good people at B&H Photo and Video, I've got a new one here ready to go. Hopefully this one will not encounter any technical problems, though all of the tests I've run so far show that it's in good shape. So shall we begin? All of the pre-flight tests have been taken care of. This thing is ready to fly. Let's start by starting up the motors and flying up to about 30 feet into the air, where I will stop for the time being. It appears to be holding position quite well. Now I'm going to try using the POV to do a little bit of flying. Now, as is the case with the Phantom, all I have to do is let off the controls and it pretty much stays in place, which makes it really easy to set things up. Let me try going in for a little bit of a buzz over me. Very nice. All right, now let's try some basic maneuvers. I'm going to tilt this around so that it's facing this nice line of trees here. Good. And now I'm going to take a little bit of altitude. And I'm going to try to do a very soft sliding shot alongside the trees. Very nice. All right, now I'm going to try something a little bit more sophisticated. I'm going to do a quick box with it all facing outwards, and we'll see how that looks. So first forward. Turn. Forward. Turn, forward, turn, forward, and stop. As far as basic maneuvers goes, this is very easy to use, much easier than any other aerial vehicle I have piloted before. Now I'm going to try accelerating to a fairly high altitude. I'm going to go up to about 300 feet. I'm currently at 45, and we'll see what things look like from up there. Here we are at 300 feet. Let's tilt down the camera a bit. There we are down there. I can't really see it at this point, but I can see where it is, relatively speaking. I'm going to try moving it over a little bit so that we can center that in the bullseye. Very good. Now I'm going to back it up, tilt the camera a little bit, and take a raw photo. It does take a moment for raw photos to go through. That's fine. Raw photos are kind of a tough thing. I don't have anything on display currently. Okay, so the display goes out for about 5 or 6 seconds, which is a little alarming, but workable for raw photos. I just have to make sure I frame it right before I take it. Now I'm going to switch over from 1080p 30 mode. I'm going to switch over to 720p 60. We'll see if this makes a difference. Now I'm going to try piloting it down to my current location. I'm going to drop in altitude. Once I get to about 100 feet, I'm going to stop and then do a quick rotation. All right, I'm now down to 180 feet. I have 56% battery power remaining. Now let me tilt up the camera a little bit so we get a little bit of the horizon. Good. And do a rotation. Really does give you quite a perspective. I can't wait to see this video. This is currently at an altitude of 132 feet. Very cool. Now, let's try taking one more raw photo. Well, so far I'm quite pleased. Let's try taking it in for a landing before we take it off once again. And the props are off. I would say that my first flight was a success. So what I'm going to do now is just play around with it for a little bit, and if I come up with any cool video that I want to show you, I'll just throw it in here at the end. So what do I think? Well, it's easy to fly. I didn't crash it, which is more than can be said of the tiny little helicopters I've flown before, which have much less sophisticated stabilization systems. It will take a little bit of work to get me to a point where I can make smooth panning shots, particularly ones that have a curve in them, because this control tends to be very touchy for the turning. I may want to modify that in software just so I can do some better filming with it. Otherwise, it's very easy to fly. It appears to be very durable. It landed without any trouble whatsoever, and I'm hoping that this will give me several years of good service. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. you.